What?
See, I just took it out. Did you even notice?
Another 23 victims yesterday? Are these confirmed?
As soon as we began to suspect that Kira might be a student,
Yeah,
the
you
pacing of the
started
killings
doing
changed,
time
as if to
kills.
contradict that theory. This can only mean that Kira has access to police information.
When Elle discovers
I
that I'm
love how he
somehow
calls
getting
it Kira.
confidential information,
Kira also being a
he'll
pretty
be able to
nasty
start
villain.
investigating the
For
police to
Jojo.
find the source of the leak.
You're being followed
It's a
by
JoJo
another
reference.
human. He's watching you right now.
Come on, man. This
That's
is
a
Wild.
problem.
Who's following him?
I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Because through a Shinigami's eyes, a human's name can be seen.
Shinigami's eyes.
Not
You
only
can see
that,
the
we see
name
their lifespan as well.
and the date of their
However,
death.
if a Shinigami drops his death note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. The price for having a Shinigami's eyes
Half
is
the
half
lifespan.
of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is. So,
He's gonna do it, man.
what
He's
is
gonna be a
like?
psycho and do it.
Is it a deal?
It's somebody get it.
That's kind of
Pursue
scary,
it.
unless they tell you guys.
Has anyone seen Ryuk around lately? Maybe he was serious.
Why do you have a skull on your neck?
Probably picked up by some human before he could get to it.
No way. Then he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the death note was destroyed. That could take a while.
Oh,
I can't picture Ryuk doing something so boring.
oh,
What? I actually
Look at these guys.
two death notes.
Seriously, why would he need two? Beats me. I'll never understand that guy.
This guy with the diamond head.
Got some
The
cool
price for
looking
receiving
character
the eyes of
designs
a
to this match.
Shinigami is no more than half of my remaining lifespan.
So he has two
Shit,
death
man,
notes.
that's
Oh, he just
Yes.
too big a price.
I have a feeling this guy is also making some
So he has
plans.
60 years left, he's forfeiting 30.
You think I'm crazy?
This deal is
See, thank
out of the
God.
question.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Oh,
So he said
nice.
no. I really thought he was gonna say
He
yes.
just doesn't want to ruin his life.
He just said
He's
this
helping
is
the
God,
life of the
question
book.
that you know,
Not
right?
that you're
That kind
understand.
of like, I
He's
thought it's
only gonna
good.
look
Okay,
at
let's
this
get
guy.
us fighting.
My
He
plan
hasn't
is to
much
create
time
an
left.
ideal new world free from evil and all criminals. And I intend to reign as a god in that world for a very long time. I might consider the deal if it lengthened my life.
He wants to reign as a
I'd
god.
die sooner. I figured you, of all people, should know I wouldn't take this deal.
Yeah, I still felt I should tell you that the deal existed just in case. Anyway, I've done my part. I don't need you complaining I didn't tell you this
He
earlier.
might
Why?
pick it up at some point.
Because he doesn't have any right to
Is
complain.
there anything else that
Don't
you
you
have to
think
tell
you're a
me?
little late? I don't see why you couldn't have told me this when we met.
See?
Or better yet, you could have simply included it in the instructions for the death note.
That's a
good
little
point.
side note.
He's not the slightest bit daunted by the fact that I'm a Shinigami. He doesn't suck up to me, and he seems to have no problem giving me a hard time.
And the fact that you can't really leave. You can't leave
Who's this
until
guy?
either
Well,
he dies or
Are you sure there's
the
nothing
death
else
is
you want to
destroyed.
tell me ahead
We
of
haven't seen
time?
Elle's face, have we?
Shinigami?
No, nothing else.
Patronizing.
Probably.
Really?
Probably he says.
That's too bad.
What do you mean?
You know, Ryuk, I might have seriously considered the deal if you'd offered me wings instead of just the idea of flying around freely in the sky sounds very godlike. After all, it's been mankind's dream since antiquity to be able to fly.
True.
Wings instead of
Stand
eyes.
out
Big- that's a big
probably
wing.
to float
die.
around. Not to mention the police would
Just
have
a
no
little
trouble
bit.
finding you.
I was only joking.
Oh no, shoot it down!
Cool
If I
idea
keep
though.
bargaining for eyes and wings and
Okay, I
whatever
have a
else,
feeling this
next
guy
thing you
also
know I'm gonna
making
end up
something.
becoming a real
Thinking of something.
Shinigami.
That's true, man. He's gonna look like this guy.
Who knows? I bet that could be pretty interesting.
I wouldn't worry, even without the eyes and the wings. You're already a worthy Shinigami.
I've seen it. I'm not a psychic, but I'm
The Shinigami realm is slowly rotting. We lead meaningless and empty lives. And the only reason we still take human lives is because we're afraid to die
Just
ourselves.
increase their own.
The truth of the matter is that we no longer even know why we exist. In fact,
Wow.
Are they
I
demons
doubt
of some
there's any
sort?
reason for our existence at all.
To kill
What I'm
him.
saying
come from
is,
hell?
compared to that, you're becoming a much more impressive Shinigami.
Trying to have a
I don't know
purpose for
about
killing
that. I
him.
mean, from what you're telling
Makes
me, it
sense.
sounds like I'm doing a lot more work than that. I don't want to be compared to a Shinigami. I'm a human using this death note to make the world a better place for
Humans
other
for
humans.
That's what he thinks.
But
Those are his
I wouldn't
words.
necessarily say that the Shinigami realm is meaningless to humans either.
Why do you say that?
Well, just think about it. Whenever a Shinigami like you comes to the human world once every 100, no more like every 1,000 years, the
Every
human world
1,000
changes
years?
dramatically. The existence of the Shinigami realm is extremely significant.
Really?
Indirectly,
You told
though.
me just
I mean,
now.
they directly
Realm
kill
is slowly
people.
rotting, right? Well, when you return from this,
Oh, no, I know.
why
I
not
was
use
like,
what you've
you
learned
keep
here to
thinking
try and
about what
change
you
it for
were
the
saying.
better?
Well, I'm not sure why I never noticed this until now, but you're quite the positive thinker.
Optimist.
Yeah, of course I am. That's why I'm using the Death Note to create a better world. You have to be a positive thinker to even attempt
It's like
something
basically, I mean, their boy is literally rotting.
What did he
That's
say?
it.
What?
I got it.
Got what? What's this about?
Yeah, what?
He seems to be almost smarter than this
I
Shinigami.
think I just
something
figured
out.
out how to find the name of the guy who was
Oh,
following
okay.
me today.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna use the rules of the Death Note to my advantage. I already know that if I write down a cause of death, I've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to record the conditions and exact time.
Unsure of talking to light.
First,
Doesn't want to
I need to know exactly how far I can go in terms of
What if it's
specifying the
that becomes
details of
What he's
death.
gonna do?
This should be
So
interesting.
he's gonna test out the Death Note
What?
again.
Okay.
Japanese.
The following morning.
Well, you know, if he kills the person
who's following him,
it's
they'll
me.
know it's him.
To see the limits
Another 6
of
inmates were found dead last night.
6 more dead.
All were
It's
heart
friggin' the
attacks.
coronavirus.
It's him.
Okay.
What?
If that's
Bizarre
not, that is
behavior
over.
before they died? Could you be more specific?
What did he
What
do?
do you mean? So they didn't just die from heart attacks.
Sending
What I'm
messages.
saying is they all died of heart attacks, but it wasn't quite that simple. Before one of them died, he drew a pentagram on the wall of his cell using his own
getting
blood. Another left a letter, but it doesn't seem to be a will or anything meaningful. And as for the third victim, he escaped from his cell and ran all the way to the staff bathrooms before he died.
He can make them act out before the cause of death.
That's so creepy. Like,
What is it, Watari?
3 more heart attack
What?
victims, but the circumstances of their deaths are different from what we've seen thus far.
What do you mean by different?
I'm sending you a copy of a letter as well as pictures taken at the
This
scene.
is the guy following him.
Bro, get a desk.
It sounds like he was afraid that Kira would find him.
A fear of
It's
Kira.
believable that our victim might have been genuinely afraid and wrote this, but we know Kira can control the time of death.
what they do.
What if he can also determine the actions in the moments leading up to death? In which case,
He can control their
Control
action.
the time of death, you can control the absence before they die.
We can't release details of these men's deaths to the media. As far as they're concerned, these are just heart attacks. I have reason to believe that Kira was performing some kind of test using the
Oh,
he wants to send messages to the
Right,
fans,
Giving them the
probably.
results if this information is leaked to the public.
Right, I understand.
Testing out
He
his
doesn't
abilities.
have
Sorry,
to
to
say
push
Commenting on
him.
his victims?
Light doesn't even.
He's
What's wrong with that dude's ears?
As if all this was just a game.
Hey, that's
It's
your
pretty
son.
sick.
Just so you know.
Who that's your kid you're talking about.
if Kira is really using criminals as test subjects, what is he trying to achieve?
This whole
Man,
concept
this
is
is
so interesting to me, though.
This takes so much in here.
Like
Yeah.
the morals
Look
of
at
it.
this, Ryuk.
Oh.
I
What does
think
it
we're in
mean
luck. The
in
results of
society?
yesterday's little
Totally
test have
forgot.
already been
Has
downloaded
access
onto
to
my
his
dad's
dad's
computer.
computer.
And these results are
Files, so I
just
guess
as
it
I
doesn't matter if
expected.
they,
The Death Note
release it
would
to the
work
press
for what I
he'll
have
find
in
out
mind.
anyway.
What do
Now
you mean by
he's
that?
just
One of them
confirmed that,
escaped
you know,
and ran into the bathroom
somebody
as
from the police.
specified in the Death Note. Another one drew the same symbol I had drawn in the Death Note before he died. And
Holy
finally,
shit, okay.
the third wrote the same letter I had written in the Death Note, word for word.
Damn.
All three did exactly what I intended them to do. For the
Yeah,
other three
what are you
inmates,
planning,
I
though?
purposely wrote conditions that were
Stop
virtually
relying too much
impossible.
on Dad's
With the first one, I wrote that he would die in front of the Eiffel Tower in 1 hour.
If you're not in
However,
Paris, that could be
everyone
hard.
knows that it's physically impossible to go from a prison in Japan to Paris, France in only 1 hour. Since this couldn't happen, he simply died of a heart attack in prison.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Next was supposed to draw an exact picture of Elle's face on the prison wall.
Oh,
This also didn't happen. You can't draw someone you've never seen, right?
Makes sense.
Okay.
makes sense.
With the last one, I tried something slightly different. I specified that he would write a note that read, "I know that Elle is suspicious of the Japanese police." To be honest, I actually expected this one to work, but it didn't end up happening. Which means, it's impossible to make someone
Things
write
that
what they
they
don't
don't
already
know.
know.
Someone write
Or,
the
at the very
note.
least,
Yeah,
it has to be the kind of thing that they could come up
Okay,
with
so
on
you
their
can only
own.
manipulate them so
Basically,
far.
even the Death Note
Can't
can
just
be
reveal
impossible.
false truths
But,
that they.
as long as it's within the realistic
The
limits
France
of what
one was
that
just
person
amazing.
might
Just
do,
how can he
I
do
can
that?
control them as much as I want before they die.
You want to talk about perfect
That's very clever. But what's all this leading to? What's the
How's that gonna
I love
help
how
the
Rook has no idea what he's doing.
No doubt keep Elle and the police guessing. Even as we speak, he's probably trying to decipher all the clues.
Probably not.
Especially that little note. That absolutely meaningless dark message.
Break out of their cell.
Kira used those criminals to conduct an experiment of some sort. It means he's about to
Because they
start
were bizarre, like, they were bizarre and
There's a good chance
don't
the
connect
FBI
together,
will
so
notice some
why should they
acting
think about
suspiciously.
it?
But perhaps he has a different goal in mind altogether.
There we go.
Damn, these guys are good.
Pentagram and this letter be some kind
Oh,
of
okay.
message?
He didn't fall into the trap.
Just bullshit.
Is this it?
Well, do you know?
Time for the real thing.
L, do you know?
Yesterday on the
There
news,
was
they
a
said this drug addict tried to rob a bank but was unsuccessful. He attacked a few people and then ran away empty-handed. I'll use him. It's kinda last minute, but I'm sure I can find someone. I got a few people in mind.
A few people? For what?
You'll see. Believe it or not, I'm actually a rather popular guy. Ryuk.
Jesus.
Me too, man.
So we're gonna get introduced to a new character?
Who's he calling?
What's this shit?
Another
Imagine back in the days when you didn't have
Moshi
caller
Moshi.
ID.
So he's setting lights. Yes.
Couldn't be me.
Ohio?
So he's the human.
Okay, the human who used this note can
We
know that.
neither go to heaven or hell.
Either go to heaven or hell. Okay, I know this.
That's really interesting. With the time of death, it's
They
just
explain
like
these
40
times
seconds
a
after
lot
writing the
and the
cause of
rules,
death
but
was a heart
I
attack.
can
The
never
time
like.
Probably some kind of
death can be manipulated second. The time
He's
can
still following
go
me.
into effect within 40 seconds after.
This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
He's gonna have somebody.
That's the girl from the song.
What if this?
Light!
A date?
Light girl? That's
It's
it.
a date no matter how you look at it. And I'm sure even my stalker will see it
And
that
not
way.
somebody that's actually.
But this isn't just a date,
suspicious
is
of
it?
him.
You said that you'd figured out a way to find your stalker's name. So
Let's
tell
see
me,
how it's going.
what do you plan on doing?
Huh? Come on. Didn't you see what I wrote in the death note? I explained it in great detail.
No. Doing that would take all the fun out of it.
Would be
In
both
that
of
case,
He wants
just
to be
be
surprised.
patient.
Following
Watch
me?
what
Can you
happens.
do that?
Sorry, did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all.
Man, I don't know how it
I
can.
haven't been to Spaceland since junior high.
Who would have thought?
I'm
Like,
so
ask,
excited.
like,
And the best part is I have you all to myself.
I don't know. I mean, what's the only way?
During the week,
For the drug
he goes to
dealer-
school and cram school at night. Dates on his
So
day
he's
off.
actually flushed this guy
A
out.
normal kid, just a
I don't know where you
hardworking
guys are
senior in
from.
high school. Chief Yagami's son, Light Yagami.
Like
No
Yagami,
cause for
I was right.
suspicion.
I don't know why people like people that dress like that.
So we're just
don't
following
be
the
thinking,
leads.
like, don't have it in mind,
Connections to
like,
police.
The person
At any
I'm
rate,
following,
I'll be done with my surveillance today.
I was suspicious
And
since
that'll
I'm
be
in
it.
all black.
Oh no, you're done.
He looks at the reports and the person who reports it. The person who reports the date
He's right behind them.
is this dude. So if he hacks the PC and sees who reports, so how does Light know that he's one of his father's?
So this guy gonna
Like
plan
one
this
of,
to
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if Light gonna
And that's the only
actually
way I
kill
can
Hasn't written
think
his
of it,
girlfriend's name in the
like
book, has he?
that he can't
Like,
know this
make her do
person's
something and then die.
like identity.
Because that kind of goes against the whole point about killing this
Blame
guy.
and
That's so weird to me.
He's not that malicious, is he?
Junior high, just call it
Yes. Maybe.
This looks so peaceful.
the only other way would be like
I'm curious to see what
for
he's saying.
some
I feel like the show
death
can get very
condition
clever.
to be.
Okay.
Or-
This is what he's done.
If this
The criminal
dude
dude.
asks his
I don't
that
use
other
it.
his
Seven
name,
passengers
Time.
excluding him, no one's in the way. Everything should go smoothly.
going right now.
Oh shit.
It kind of makes me really wonder if people do insane
Stay in your
Hijack
seats
the
unless
bus.
you want to die!
Speed. All over jacking.
Oh,
The bomb on the bus.
Everybody shut up! If
oh, this is the condition he
bullet
wrote?
in their head.
Don't make a fuss on the
All right,
bus.
you listen to me. I know you've got the number for Spaceland's office on you. Call
oh my god, he created a story to get that dude's name?
Calling from bus 174.
Like that's the only possible
No tricks either.
way though.
My bus has been hijacked, and he's holding a gun to my head.
Give me that. You heard what he said.
This guy's last
Now you
day.
listen up. Have a female staff member bring all of Spaceland's cash from yesterday. I know it's there. Have her meet us 2 bus stops from the park. And
Wow,
don't make
okay.
me wait. If you mess with me at all, or try to get the police involved, I swear I'll kill every one
So
of
the
these
cop
passengers.
now has to do something, right?
He doesn't seem.
Flashing him out.
Beauty, don't be scared.
Don't worry.
As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Oh shit.
Don't be stupid. That's risky. If it comes to that, I'll take care of it.
Damn.
It's okay. We don't have to pass notes back and forth. As long as we
If you
keep
see
it down,
light,
we'll
he's...
be able to hear our voices over the sound of the engine.
Do you have any proof that you're not his accomplice? Why should we trust you?
Accomplice?
Yes, I've read about this before.
gonna ask
The
for
first
his name.
hijacker comes in like
Badge.
he's working alone. Meanwhile, the second one pretends to be a hostage and stays in the very back just in case something goes wrong. What's the matter?
You really think he is one?
Your name,
I have
your
no
ID.
choice. I'm sure Light Yagami isn't
give him
Kira.
his
Oh
name.
god, don't do it, bro.
This guy with a heart attack. Here's my proof. Take a look.
Oh, it's FBI.
FBI?
Name.
I see. El needed an outsider, so we got the FBI to investigate anyone connected to the Japanese police. His name is...
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Pinball.
Yeah, the smirk.
Trust me.
Oh my god. Such a smart move. But there's so many inconsistencies. Like how the fuck did not Light know that he's going to sit
So if it
behind
comes
you?
down to it, I can rely on you.
No, it's you. You're gonna
Shut the hell up, you old hag! You want me to shoot you right now?
That's right. This guy. His face was all over the local news just a few days ago. Some junkie who tried to rob a bank ended up killing 3 people before he got away. He's extremely dangerous.
We're safe. He won't shoot us. In fact, he's not gonna do anything.
Damn.
Think
Man, this guy's slow. Man. This is getting exciting.
Our guy now.
What the hell is that? Smartass! You guys were planning something back here, weren't you?
Damn it. If he sees that note from before, he'll find out the Light was planning to jump him and take his gun away.
Yeah.
Plans for a date, huh? Stupid kid.
That's a different note.
Wait! Wait!
Good shadow.
Who the hell are you? You in the very back. What do you think you're doing?
You can see him?
Don't mess with
Wait,
me!
was that a piece of paper from?
You can see him.
Was that a piece of paper from the Death Note?
Okay, so there's... I guess all the conditions are met. Oh
Or did
shit.
he write it in the Death
Did you see the
Note?
shadow of
Get
him?
away from me, you freak!
This isn't good. He's hallucinating.
Everyone, get down!
Oh, I get it. That little note that Light accidentally dropped was actually
Oh
told
shit, the paper is from Death Note.
since he tricked this guy into touching
Oh,
the
since
thing,
he's a
he's
drug
the
guy.
only one of
Oh,
us who can
okay.
see me.
Nice
That's so
move.
smart.
Very smart.
Sorry, I'm a Shinigami, so I'm afraid your bullets aren't gonna harm
You
me.
can fire the gun.
He's freaking out. Shooting wildly on the bus, though. Great animation.
That's actually pretty smart. Damn.
Anyone who touches the
Brooks
Death
over
Note can see me.
creepy looking
I
character,
either
but he's got a
stay till
great
the Death
design.
Note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. And the Shinigami can't die from being
This
shot.
guy's going nuts.
I've said all these things at one time or another. Well, he is
Man,
the
his
top grade
eyes are
student in the
scary.
country. Guess I
Okay,
shouldn't be
he ran out of bullets
surprised.
now.
He even used this hijacking as a way to get the guy following him to willingly give up his name.
Nice.
It's not the bus! Let me off!
So you should be dead soon, right? Hit by a truck.
Oh my god.
And that's how he dies.
That was
Get off the bus.
All the
Yeah,
details.
So it just looks like an accident, though.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. So did he... So what was his...
No reason to suspect.
Was he aiming for the cause of death?
That's so weird,
Run
though.
over by a car? What
But
was
you got
the...
you guys.
11:45
I
on
guess
the
that's
dot.
also written by
Fuck.
Death Note.
Chicks
I mean, on
decide
the Death Note.
Kiichiro Osumeda, accidental death. Boards the 1131 Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern
So,
entrance
Light
to the
just
park,
used that
holding a
gun.
loaded
I guess.
gun and attempts to hijack the bus. He sees a horrific phantom and empties his gun trying to kill
That
it.
book is also
Terrified, he flees the
Phantom
bus.
from another world.
Immediately afterwards, at 11:45,
So if things that are going on are possible and the story adds up with the details and the possibility of it happening based on this piece of paper from
the
Death
Death
Note,
Note never fails.
it makes sense.
You will be next.
destiny rape and
You're gonna kill him?
Dude, if you kill him,
Just a cop doing
he
his
was
job.
taking with